at minimum, do both teams have a Google slideshow ready to fill in with arguments and charts and graphs and all that stuff? And both Google slideshows are accessible to everyone on your team. Did you at least do that?
Well, I didn't know everyone who was on my team, but I everyone who came to me and told me they were on my team.
So, okay.
Well, a lot of people just kind of sit around and don't
Okay. So we'll address that, make sure that is something that's fixed. Okay. First, three of you. Did anyone want candy? No. Three of you will present your little education thing. Joe's done. Ridley's done. AJ's done. Next. Three of you are going. Either you volunteer or I say you're up. You're all going. Look at how empty this room is. Perfect time to go.
I'll go.
All right.
I'll go after him.
Okay. Next.
All right. Yeah, I'm doing a character ed issue. Is that my first one? I think. Okay. I found this quote, and it was just how like they emphasize it at their school. It says it's in the school's DNA to focus on helping to build character. And yeah, it was by him. This is I found like a cartoon on that website. I didn't really understand it, to be honest, really. But just like how she's like pointing at like the angel or whatever, like explaining to like do good things, I guess. And yeah,
Right. So, again, I give you props for having the guts. It's not easy to stand in front of people and make an argument. You did it. Good quote. Did you find a good quote? Yeah, very good, right? Excellent quote. Just be a little bit more when you're presenting this, because it's a good quote, right? And make your argument that it is part of the school's responsibility. It's part of the school's job to teach character ed. This is not the first time we've seen this political cartoon. Some others also chose this one, and I think the point of it is it's asking the question. This political cartoon isn't necessarily making an argument, yes, schools should or no, it shouldn't, but what it's doing is asking the question: should schools teach ethics? Should we teachers be teaching you right and wrong? Or should I just stick with teaching sociology and Mr. Schultz should stick with teaching math and Lindy should teach English and the right and wrong stuff should be mom and dad? That in essence is what this question is asking. Okay. Very good. Thank you. Great. Somebody just walked in.
Alright.
That'll be good.
I think we should have character ed in schools, and I found this quote on the webpage. It says, "We don't want to send young men out into the world in a bubble, but they don't know how to engage with the world at university and how to navigate friendships and relationships." And I think the meaning of this is like if we don't like tell people or like teach like kids how to like actually like make friendships or be social, finding a job and like maybe going higher in your job like as a manager or something is gonna be harder. And just learning social skills and how to be a leadership is very important when you're in a job or whatever you do when you're older.
The old.
What I got out of this picture was that the teachers teaching the students like the good ways of life and like if not teaching like the bad ways and like teaching them how to like end up being a good person in life.
Very good. So let me just get some clarification here. What you're suggesting is that this senior said the quote, but she wrote the article.
Well,
Is that
so this person was part of like an experiment, and this is the author. It said by this person.
Okay, very good. All right, thank you. Nice job. Any insight for Bailey if he were to do that again? What did he nail? Any suggestions for, hey, maybe next time? What I really liked was he read the quote and then he threw his 2 cents in. Here's what I think it means. That's called analysis, and that's awesome. Okay, very good. And then he explained what he thought was going on here. Perfect. Just one suggestion. Look at them, right? They're the ones that you're making this argument to. Other than that, you did just fine. One more. Come on. Look at all these friendly faces. What's going to happen? You're all going. But one of you out there wants to go. You want to go real bad. Go ahead. Raise your hand. I can tell. Come on now. You're all going to go. Yay. I could just tell. Eventually, when we're all done, I'm going to ask you what your opinion is on the 4 topics. Do you think schools should teach character ed? Is college worth it for everybody? What about homework?
How do I get this to be?
Oh, right. So on the right-hand side, right next to the yellow square, down and to the right, that thing right there. Oh, you did the homework. Excellent. Good title page. That's what I want. Good.
I found I believe that homework should be abolished, and I found the quote, we want to see their thought process, we want to have it happen in front of our eyes where we can guide the kids as opposed to just sending work home where we have no idea who's doing it. And Mike Stacy, the superintendent of Beechwood schools. said-
KY is Kentucky.
And to me, this quote means that like when you give kids homework, like you don't know if like it's actually them doing it, and like might be their parents and stuff.
Very good.
And I found this chart, and it just shows like how much percent of people like have homework, and like no homework assigned is 27%. Didn't do their homework is 11. Less than 1 hour, 26%. 1 to 2 hours, 23, and more than 2 hours, 13%.
Very good. Great. I just want to go back. Let's try it in here. No judgment here. How many of you over, let's say the past month, average amount of homework a night? How many of you? Not a minute. You don't even do it. You do it during the school day. Let's put it this way. If it's done during the school day, it's not homework. If it's done at home, it's homework. You do not spend any time working on it at home. Okay? Most of you, actually. How many of you, not only didn't you do it at home, you didn't do it. Just didn't do it. Wow. A group of responsible students. Less than an hour? Less than an hour. Okay. 1 to 2? Anybody over 2? Well, good. I think that's one of the arguments for why we went to this new schedule was that, so that you're working here rather than at home. The school district assumes you are busy people, and you have these people called moms and dads and sports and playtime and dinner and Timberwolves, and that, okay, you're in this building 8 hours a day. That's enough. That's enough. Okay, very good. All right. If you still haven't gone, you will be going. Maybe by the end of today, but we're gonna shift. Okay, let's see. Get that where we want right there. Yeah. Okay. So I've got a few things to show you, and then we're gonna kind of take a look at our under God arguments for and against here. If you're wondering, like, again, what I'm showing you this chart here, are you responsible for this chart? And the answer is yeah. That doesn't mean you need to recreate it. If you have a phone, take a picture of it if you want, or not. It's available on the website. I put everything on the website. This is being recorded right now for those people who are not here. If you're ever not here, go to the website. By the end of the day, it's all posted there. You'll see everything. And I might test you on this. After I talk about this, I'm going to ask you if you can think of examples in your own life of these people. So this is something called the social control window. Now think of anybody in your life that you are answerable to. Me? You are I'm an authority figure in your life, right? Teachers, parents, cops, coaches, maybe older brother or sister, your boss, if those of you have to work. Okay? And so let's start right here. Just start there, and there's this chart answers two questions. One, how fair is that person? So think of one person in your life that you are answerable to. Maybe your dad, teacher, coach, boss, whatever. Just think of that person, right? How fair are they? How fair is that person? Is that person really, really fair? Then go the more fair that person is, go further to the right. Keep going right. That person isn't very fair, stay left. Okay? Actually, a better place to start would be right there. Start right there. Start right in the middle, right there. How fair is that person? Not very fair or pretty darn fair? Okay, go right or left. Fair is right, not fair is left. Okay? So you got where you are? You're somewhere right along this line right here. Somewhere along this line. Okay? Wherever you are, mark it. And now the second question I have for you is, how firm is this person? Or are they kind of loosey-goosey, lackadaisical, or is it almost military? Right? The more loosey-goosey they are, go down. Militaristic, in control, every minute of your life is in control, go up. Okay? Where you should have landed is in one of these four boxes. Yes? That title describes the authority figure that you are now thinking about. Is your person punitive? Not very fair, but highly in control. Will punish you, but not punish other people for the same thing. How many of you had that was your person? Okay, no names here. Never mind. I was going to ask who are you thinking of, but I don't want to know.
Why? It's not. I'm not gonna
All right. If your person is not very fair, but doesn't really do anything about it, they're neglectful, right? That's the parent or teacher or coach who just sort of ignores you, right? I had my junior year, my wrestling coach. That's this person. I don't think he even coached, right? And back then I was a pretty good wrestler, ranked in state and all this. And it's been kind of nice to have a coach that actually told me what to do. Not very fair. Just sat in the corner and played cards. Got fired halfway through the year, right? How many of you had a person that was your person? Nobody here had a neglectful leader? Okay. if your person was pretty fair and pretty firm, organized, you have an authoritative figure. How many of you had that as your person? Okay. Pretty good place to be, actually, right? Pretty fair, pretty organized. Pretty fair, pretty organized. How many of you had the very fair person, but not real organized? Pretty loosey-goosey. This is the permissive leader, right? Very fair, but not real regimented. Okay? That's the idea of something called the social control window. Moms, dads, coaches, teachers, bosses. I would put like, let's see here. Maybe you have a different opinion here, but I would put like Bruce Larson right here, right? Very organized as a coach. Any football thing? Yeah. But fair, right? Doesn't play favorites. Like, at least that's my interpretation. Okay. Any questions here? Right. So we looked at this class last time we had school. When was that? Oh, for you, it was yesterday. I wasn't here, by the way. Did you notice? I was at the U of M getting trained. Can you tell? Like, I've been trained. 2 days ago, I would never have done this. But now, I've been trained. Hey,
I have conflict.
you're a conflict. See, 2 days ago, I would never have said that. But now that I've been trained. Okay. I am now, we addressed this a couple days ago, the functionalist argument of school. Why school? Why does school exist? And you came up with, well, you learn your subjects, you learn nunchuck skills, develop friendships. It's a place where you can athletically compete. There's lots of good reasons for school. And then we started saying, okay, what about some of the nasty things that happen at school? And it's where kids are cruel. People can be really mean to each other. Unfair teachers, low self-esteem. Some of you argued some teachers make you feel stupid. I pleaded with you that if I ever do that, please hold me accountable. Tell me. Okay. The conflict theorist says schools are historically some of the places where nasty things happen. Any of you ever seen this picture before? You've seen it. I'm sure some of you have seen it, right? What's going on here? Does anyone know what we're looking at? Good. Little Rock, Arkansas. You're right. This is Little Rock, Arkansas. Can you expound what's going on?
It's an all-white school, and they had a group of black kids who were going to attend, and the townspeople were so against it that they would just straight out assault them.
Very good. All right. So you're looking at the Little Rock 9. The 9 high school students. These kids are your age. And it's what's amazing about it is, right, the Supreme Court had just ruled that no more segregation in public schools. Southern schools had segregated. Some northern schools, actually. The school that was sued, which ended up ending segregation, was in Kansas, which I don't think too many of us think of Kansas as a deep south, right? It's a little south. You can get to Kansas in about 8 hours from here, right? It's not that far, but that's where they were segregating as well. So anyway, at the all-black school in Little Rock, the school asked for volunteers. Who would like to be harassed and made fun of by going to the all-white school? And 9 kids raised their hand. Holy cow, that's guts. And here's a picture of one of them. And I'm sure this girl here is saying, welcome. Is there anything I can do for you? Want to sit together at lunch? Probably not. By the way, fun little fact, these two, this picture was taken in the 1950s. These two, about 5 years ago, were both guests of Oprah. And they hugged and they said, right? That was stupid. It takes time sometimes, right? The point here I'm trying to make is this, that schools sometimes promote some nasty things. Like in this case, racial inequality. In this school, would you say that our school is guilty of any sort of unfair practice? love to hear what you think is something that's unfair as a sort of a policy. Now's your chance. Or is this school totally fair to everyone? Heil Hitler.
Can it be kind of controversial?
Yes. Well, I guess now I'm curious.
I'm curious.
Maybe I should turn this off.
Yeah, I don't want to like having